All right. And we're live. Thursday, just after 8 o'clock. That's on me. That's on me. But we're here, right?
No worries, man. No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
We appreciate what you're doing, man. This is something that, is needed to put us out there, and promote the community and the breed and all that stuff. So, hey.
Yeah. I'm Cole House. This is Jose and Puzu.
Yep. Correct.
NYURICAN Bulls. And here we got Samuel. Add back in.
Yay. What's up, brother?
Yeah. It's like I said, I'm glad we're doing this. I'm glad to have you guys. I'm happy. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and your program, how you started.
All right, so I'm gonna start with I was born in New York City, of course, a couple of years ago. I'm not gonna say how long, but long enough.
Yeah.
And then from there, I moved to Puerto Rico, and where I lived like almost half of my life. And that's why we have the name NYURICAN Bulldogges, because New York and Puerto Rico, so it's like a mix altogether, Tex-Mex almost.
Right.
Yeah.
So from there, I was a professional barber a long time ago. If you see my hair, I don't look like if I was a barber because I got none. So the nephew, he is a barber as well right now. So
okay.
And then economy started going bad in Puerto Rico and whatnot. So I was like, you know what, join the army, and here I am. So it's been kind of difficult to actually maintain my program and everything like that. Of course, because you're moving, every few years and going from place to place. So it's kind of difficult. But fortunate enough, I have my wife, my family, and everybody always there helping me out and helping me with my passion, what I do. So just telling a little bit about that. Fell in love with dogs. I used to be Rottweilers when I was in Puerto Rico. I had Rotties and whatnot. And then a couple of game dogs, pit bulls and whatnot. I used to raise roosters as well, cockfights and all that stuff in Puerto Rico. That's elite sports over there. So breeding has always been in my blood, I guess. It's something that I like to do. I like to, study DNA, study pedigree, study all kinds of stuff, and then put it into work. So, besides that, I had a English Bulldog, at the time, because I liked them, whatever it was. But then when I actually had the dog, I saw that it was not the dog for me. It was a little, couch potato, and all they did was freaking eat and fart, and that was it. So I was like, I don't think this is the breed for me and whatnot. And I had a buddy of mine stationed with me in Germany when I was stationed over there. When I started, and they introduced me to the Olde English Bulldog, and I was like, holy crap, I saw the best of both worlds. I saw a dog that looked like an American Bulldog, but a smaller version, and I was like, hey, that's what I want right there. So then again, I did my studies, and I saw that, how it was created, and I fell in love with the Gargle bloodline, right? At the time that was out there, you had the Black Holman, Hugo, and freaking Brummy, and all these dogs that, Chad had created at the time. And then I started looking at Hermes and Sullivan and Mr. David Leavitt or Leavitt. I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't want to jack his name up, but yeah.
Right.
So I kind of saw Carlos Wood as well at the time, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. And while stationed over there in Germany, I had an English Bulldog female, and my boy had an American Bulldog type of English Bulldog. And I was like, I'm just gonna do it, and I did it. And from there came my broad bitch Canela, American Bulldog Canela. A lot of people have seen her. She was a hell of a female. and that was my foundation. And I started from there. Pusu was a young boy at the time.
Yeah, like 12, 13, whooping dogs in the summer in school time.
So hold on a second. I gotta ask something. I got to because I'm a baseball guy.
Yep.
What's up with the Reds? What's up with the Red Sox hat, man? Like I didn't.
Always
You know what I mean?
love-hate relationship with this guy.
He does
Okay.
it. He does it
To agitate.
his dad. That's it.
There's
All
always
right.
been a war.
All right, I get that. I'm a
So,
Padre
yeah.
fan, so my brother likes the Dodgers because why not? So yeah, all right.
But yeah,
So,
that was it. But yeah, Pusu, he was a young boy at the time, and he was he used to love being in there. He was always involved and asking questions and looking what we were doing. And me and his dad, we were like on that. We were drinking, watching fights, UFC, while we had him over there, walking.
Getting burned, yeah.
So we was like, hey, you take care of the dog, whatever it is, you let us know whatever's going on in there. And we were just out there drinking and taking care of, dogs. And that's how we came about this and all that stuff. That's why he's here. And I'm grateful to have him as well, too. He had that eye ever since he was a, young boy and everything like that. And all I did was, trained it and I already knew. He knows, like, what I'm looking for and whatever it was. So I'm glad to have him in the team. Like, he is part of the American Bulldogges as well too. So
Okay. How Huzu, right?
yeah.
How do you feel like? How much do you feel like that helped you over the years? Like, how far ahead do you think you are? You know what I mean? Because
I
you
mean, I
started so
wouldn't
young.
say far ahead, but I've been like, people thought like I just came in the game, but I've been behind this stuff for like the last 12 years. So I've seen the up and downs of our kennel, trying to maintain it because being in the military, you have to move every 3 years. So it's hard to keep dogs. And you know what I mean? You have to like to keep your kennel alive, you have to keep playing dogs. So I've seen the up and downs of this kennel. We're still here 15 years later.
Yeah. And then so you around military and you're a barber.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. We grew up in San Diego, right? Best fades ever. I've never been able to get a fade nowhere like we got in San Diego because they cut Navy all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
High and tight.
Yeah.
High and
Oh
tight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They smooth. I mean, I don't need it no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might have some dreams about getting a fade somewhere, but yeah, that's about it.
Right now, all I do is cut my son's hair and everything like that. But that was another thing he was doing when we were growing up because I was in the military and we used to cut their hair when they were growing up and all that stuff and his brothers and everything like that. And he was like, you know what? I want to do that as well too.
Yeah. That's actually how I learned too. From my dad and my uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm open for questions. Like I don't like talking about my stuff or whatever it is because a lot of people, everybody got good dogs nowadays and everything like that. I just want to talk about what we have going on right now with this and how you're bringing light to the breed and the community and how this platform is here, right? And a lot of us, I'm gonna speak myself, whatever it is, don't take advantage and don't know how to use this platform to actually, come together and be here for the breed. Like that's all we need. The dogs. If we talking dogs, I don't need to like anyone, right? Let's say to deal with that person, have business or do whatever it is. Because I'm in the military and I'm in a place where I like probably 12% of the people I work with. The other 88% I don't like, but I have to work with them. You see what I'm saying?
So, right.
Yeah.
No choices.
That's all I want to say, and then to bring to light, because a lot of people think this is an easy come and get quick, business and whatnot. And if you come into that thinking that way, you are for a rude awakening because believe me, it is not easy. It's something that you put more into it than what you get out of it. So it's an expensive hobby. That's all it is.
Yes. We got a question here for you, though.
Yes.
Martine says, "What specific trait from the American Bulldog helps the oldie, in your opinion?"
In my opinion, so for one, right, when I look from an American Bulldog head type, because that's what, to me, is what makes a Bulldog, right? When you look at a Bulldog, you look at a silhouette, and you see that head, you're like, Bulldog, right away.
Right away.
So, head type, muscle tone,
frame,
the structure, because the American Bulldog has a little bit more of a, angulation and up arms and, all this textbook stuff that a lot of people, be putting out there. But for me, just the head type, that big head, apple cheeks, split in the middle, lift. That's all I like about the Bulldog. I like big dogs, impressive dogs. That when you walk outside, people's like, "Golly, what the hell is that?" That's me.
Yeah. I agree. They definitely add the size that cleans it up.
They might not have, depending on the Bulldog it is, they don't have a lot of bone because, of course, you have longer legs, right? So you're not going to see the short, stocky, Bulldog in there that's going to have that big forearms and all that stuff, So you lose a little bit of that. But, of course, if you know what you're doing, right, and you use your tools correctly, because that's another thing, right? A lot of people think tools is to fix stuff. No, tool is not going to fix anything that you already have jacked up, because if you started wrong to begin with, no matter what tool you have,
it's hard to clean that stuff.
It's gonna be difficult for you to clean that stuff, right? But tool is to build and keep on, refining your program and making sure that you don't lose that type, or you don't lose, the traits that you're looking for to add in there. So a lot of people, when they say, "Oh yeah, I have a whole bunch of tools over here," but I don't. If I have that right and I don't know how to put it into work and use it in my program, then it's a waste of time. I'm not doing anything with it. So
right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put it up. So, if buying the first 3 dogs for the purpose of breeding, would you buy young adults or risk buying a puppy that may or may not turn out? How much risk are you taking realistically? That's a good question.
Yeah, definitely a good question. So at the beginning, right, when I've only bought, I could say 3 dogs probably in my whole 15 plus years that I've been breeding, right? I could say Keno, he's 13 years old right now, the old man over here, and Keno is a dog. He's off of Beaufort Gomez. And I saw him when I was in Germany. He's from Holstein Bulldogges, or Holstein, I forgot what. Yeah, Holstein Bulldogges over there in Germany. I went and saw Beaufort Gomez in person, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Right? Impressive dog, beautiful, English Bulldog type, but a massive dog. So I was like, okay. Then in Germany, of course, because that's where pretty much they started doing it, because people were kind of scared over here because they were at the American Bulldog and all that stuff, and people were automated, "Oh, that's not a freaking Olde English Bulldog," and whatever it was, blah, 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 because it's American. And like, I think it was Joey Rita, right? He said, "If you can't stand the heat, this is not the dog."
Stay out of the kitchen. Yep.
Yeah, get out of the kitchen. So in Germany, they were standing the heat. They were actually doing it. They were adding the American Bulldog into the breed. So when I saw that, they had a litter of where I got Keno from, right? and it was an American Bulldog female that they had, and then Gomez was there, right? So when I saw the puppies, they all looked like American Bulldogs, and they had that pit bull looking, style, whatever it was, because that when people don't understand when American Bulldogs, right, when they're young puppies, these are the most ugliest dogs you will ever see. Believe me. A lot of people see them
AB
like,
puppies.
yeah. American,
Okay, yeah.
After they were born, when they puppies, they're really nice looking. Now when they start getting to 8 weeks and beyond, man, you see this long legs, lazy puppy, just
They look like full-grown chihuahuas.
Exactly, yeah.
and
And people don't understand. You got to be patient with that blood because that's something that eventually is going to pop up. It's going to show what they were meant to be, right? Yeah. But like I've been saying years ago, people nowadays they want instant gratification. They want to see that dog right away. Right? This dog is a beautiful dog. He has the curve. He has then how are you gonna evaluate that puppy? So I would say I would rather buy the puppy, right? And if it doesn't turn out, then hey, you take that L and move on and keep on doing it, or you could use it, right? And see if you got, because not every dog, like Jamie Sweet be saying, right? You can't throw away the bathwater. Sometimes
can't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah, exactly. You have to know what you see and evaluate the dog. Make sure it goes through all the stages, right? Because in American Bulldogs, after 2 years, like my dogs, for instance, right? When they puppy, all the way to I would say 18, right? 24 months, depending, year and a half, ugly dogs. And then all of a sudden you see that beautiful dog that you were looking for. You're like, okay, that's what I want. I had one dog, Boogie. Ugliest dog you ever see. Kennel was another one. Ugly dog.
He had a pic of the litter not too long ago. I'm not gonna say the name of the dog, but he showed me the pic, and I'm like, man, what the hell is that? We're not keeping that thing. He's like, we're gonna be patient. Thing turned out massive.
Yeah.
So it's just a risk, but I would say, buy the puppy, evaluate, because that's the only way you're gonna learn. Trial and error. A lot of people they scared, pull the trigger. In this game, you're gonna take a lot of L's. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lot of dogs. Yeah. Like I said, I've had puppies, and I can tell right off the bat, right? Because I've been doing it for a while. I'm already have my eye on this puppy because I've seen that before, right? But then sometimes when they start developing and blah blah, I start, eliminating. I have a list, right? And I'll be like, okay, this puppy checks this block, check this one, doesn't check this one. But it's something that you have to be true to yourself. A lot of people don't do that.
They don't have their own vision.
Yeah,
they're just following whatever is, in my opinion, whatever is trending right now.
I agree. I agree a lot that the dogs you buy should be puppies first. But I say that because you go from investigating a breed to, I like this. I think this could be it. But get puppies and fall in love with them dogs before you breed them.
Yes.
Because
exactly.
you buy adults and you're already there and you're kind of past the point of mulling it like, okay, maybe I don't. What if I don't like the dogs? What if it's not the breed for me?
Exactly.
You buy puppies,
spend the money.
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, I'm already down 4,000, so I'm gonna freaking breed it anyways.
Yeah.
But they're doing it because they're in for the money.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that breed is what you thought it was.
Yeah, if it was for you, and the thing with the grown dog as well too, is something that is already there, right? But that's not gonna guarantee you to give you what that dog looks like, because phenotype is important. I love it, right? But phenotype has to go along with genotype, right? I have to study the background, what they've done before to get to that point, right? And that's what a lot of people miss. Some people is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna breed dog in front of me. That's true, because when you go buy a vehicle, right? You go buy a car, you're gonna, yeah, I want that Mustang because that Mustang has, and then you start looking inside that Mustang. It has a whatever V8 motor. It has this. It has that. It has that. So that's what you do, right? Because you first have to be attracted to that dog in front of you, and then you go and study that pedigree. Okay, what's behind it?
Yeah.
How did they get to this point, right? And
or you go out and buy a Mustang and you love it, and it's a V6, and you think that's what they're supposed to be,
right? Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
But until you get to see one or riding one, man, why is this? This is not like mine. You know what I mean? Right, right.
My car don't do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah,
and that's why I say buy the puppy, evaluate him, and then you have your vision. Okay, this is what I want. This V8 turned out to be a 4-cylinder, but now I'm gonna add to that 4-cylinder, and then I'm gonna get to that V8 to where I want it. So
yeah, exactly.
That's just me. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and then let's see. Martin said, "What's your preferred ratio, males to females?"
So I was heavy on my females because females maintain your program. That's it. Females is the one that's gonna maintain your males are gonna bring you glory because those are the big head. It's what attractive, right? The wow factor. But your females is what's gonna maintain your program, right? So my females, I have my females in there. I know what I like, in my females. But my males, I was heavy on my females. When I think we always own more females than males.
Yeah.
So right now we got what all together between your house and here we got like 30 dogs almost. Like 30, yeah. And out of the 30, 20 are females and the other are males.
Yeah, that's about right. I have a male outside, and he's my brother's. Actually, he's just over here. You know what I mean? But to this point, I never bought a male. I'm about to keep one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But yeah, because the females, I didn't know why when I started. I had no idea why. I just knew they took the longest to cook.
Yes.
So I'm like, let's start there. You know what I mean? That seems smart. And then I learned more and more later on about, mitochondrial DNA and all the other stuff that the female brings. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm accidentally pretty smart. Yeah. So yeah, I say females too. And then build your males.
Yep.
My
thing goes out of he has a lot of nice American Bulldogs. I've seen a couple of pictures and he is a prime example of that black female. I think he has right there in his picture. Man, I saw a picture of that puppy when she was young. Yeah, like 6 months. Yeah, I was like, what the hell is that pit bull looking dog? And then looking at her now, man, she's a beautiful dog. That's prime example of American Bulldogs. How they develop and all other stuff. So
yeah, when them ABs pop, it's amazing.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Yeah. So let's see, and
slow and steady makes everything breeding counts. Yep, that's right. Selective breeding. You have to be patient. This it's not for the weak. I see people come in here, roaring like freaking lions. And then you see them with their tail behind their freaking, between their legs and just running out like little lambs because, sometimes you got to come in, listen, freaking take advice because I'm one of those people. I'm going to give you advice. I'm going to tell you, hey, this is what works for me, right? I'm not telling you this is what you need to do, but this is how it works for me because this is about trial and error. If you don't try, you don't know how it's going to come out, right? It's like when you're playing the ball, right? If you don't swing, you don't know if you can hit the ball, right? But if you swing, right, you got 3 pitches, you're going to hit one of them. So you have to try and do what you got to do. So I'll give advice all day long. The minute I see that, hey, you want to do whatever you want to do, I'm just going to let you crash and burn because not everybody learns from other people's experience. But if I've been doing it for a while and I'm telling you, hey, this is what worked for me. You want to do whatever you want to do, then by all means do what you do. And that's it.
Yeah. So you guys were nominated for the Oldie Breeder of the Year award this year, huh?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, I really wasn't expecting that, because we kind of stayed kind of quiet. I don't know. A lot of people haven't heard much about us, because we haven't been out there as much, because of course, like military and moving over and whatnot. We don't go to shows. At the beginning, I think back then when I bought my female from Walk Bulldog, Jose Martinez, I bought Cali. That was my third female that I bought. Well, my third bulldog that I bought from when I came from Germany over here, because she was a nice looking bulldog. And then I did my studying, and I saw that she had the ground and pound behind her, and the outlaws and Broad Street and all this. Because I study pedigrees. I like that. I go in there and I can tell you, like, all the way back from Black Old Man and all them dogs, and OSB, American Bulldogs. Is that a lot of people? Matrix Maniac. You got OSB Exhibit. You got all these American Bulldogs, that come from Johnson and all that stuff. But it's in a lot of people's pedigree, right? Because of course, people were using it back in the days, but they were scared, to show these dogs and pick them out. So we've been quiet. So for us, it was like when I got nominated, I was like, holy crap, I wasn't even expecting that. That was something that,
Yeah.
Like I said, we don't do this for the accolades or anything like that. We just like it. I just like, talking dogs, people, and my nephew, we sit there, sometimes we howl just in the cameras, looking at the dogs, and like, man, look at that dog,
Picking them apart,
and just like it. And then, hey, what do you think about this breeding? How should we do that? Who should we pair this girl with, and all that stuff? And that's what we like. So being nominated, that is nice, and I appreciate it and all that stuff. But really wasn't expecting it. But it's a good feeling because finally, you get noticed, and people see that what you're doing, and it's nice.
Yeah.
Nice feeling.
Oh. Yeah. So let's see. Let me pull up a picture. You can tell me about it. Let's talk about some of your dogs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's Cornitos.
Is it Carlitos?
Yeah, Cornitos. Yeah, we call it Cornitos because Hornitos are tequila.
Oh, Hornitos. Yeah.
But a lot of my dogs, if you haven't noticed by now, names start all with K. Kino, Cali, Kalua, Cornitos, Kadir. You got all these dogs, and all starts with K. So we kind of kept that trend. With the M. Machete, Milano, all that stuff, But Cornitos, he is son of NYURICAN Bulldogge Cora. And the father is Walk Bulldog's Dak. Yes.
Okay.
That is the son of my boy NYURICAN Bulldogge's Diesel. Diesel is a black tri. He was a lot. Well, Jose Martinez called him the replica of Black Oakman, and he was just like him, the same exact dog. I wish I had pictures of him in here. I probably have it on my phone.
So, how old is this boy here?
He is 3 years old right now.
He's 3. In this picture, he's 3.
Yeah, that picture was recently.
Yeah, that was the recent picture of him. Yeah, 3 years old right now.
Okay.
He just had a litter that Mooney's Bulldogs used him with Cleveland's finest Mooney, I think it is, the female. Is that blue pup that I have on there? That's his daughter right there. That blue pup I have on the profile here. That's his daughter.
Let me pull it up. The blue pup. Nice pup too.
Yeah.
She's looking promising.
She's looking really good. I like what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice pup. She's got a picture. You got some pictures of her stacked up too.
Oh yeah. She stacks up pretty nice. She has some nice regulation. The top line is on point. I mean, so far so good, a lot of things can happen from here on out, and that's what people don't understand. You know, all puppies. Some puppies are badass, and you say, yeah, that is really nice. I like her shoulder set more than anything. The way they come out from the top, and they just go like that. That's another thing. You know, a lot of people don't look at, like shoulder set. When I see a bulldog from the front, I want to see that broad freaking, spread shoulder set coming from the side, and then that head, massive head. You immediately know, okay, that's a bulldog.
Yeah. It's definitely the front end of the dog is where the type, that's it. That's it. You see a bulldog coming at you is when you're supposed to get that impression.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah. That's and it's like every breed standard I ever read or started to read or casually read, whatever, the general impression they always start up with, it's the heads and the shoulders.
Yeah.
And so, and bulldogs especially, like if they don't got that head.
So weird thing, right? The head and shoulders that I look at, right?
But we start from the rear.
But when we build a dog, we start from the back.
Oh, yeah.
So you want that rear, to be there. Yeah. And then bring all that to the front, because, like I said, if your foundation is jacked up from the beginning, it's gonna be jacked up no matter what. If you got a dog that's cow hawk and or his rear's like flat like a pancake and everything like that, and he has a broad front. I mean, the most difficult part, the front, head, everything like that, that's easy.
You can get that a lot of places. Yeah.
That rear, in the back, that's the one you have to, look out. That foundation, you have to build on top. Is what makes, what breaks your program, So.
Yeah, it is. It is, because that front end, you can go a lot of places. You can go get that, but the rear, that's where the work. That's where you got to work on. Definitely.
Oh, Chuck Bulldogge's coffee. Oh yeah, I remember you. I want to show up in a minute. Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah, Chuck. I was at a show. It was the what was it? East Coast Booty Club. He used to run over there at IOUBA, and I had my female walk-up bulldog collie, a black female, all black female. And she was competing against Carolina Blue, this beautiful freaking male, tri-male, beautiful dog. He was a grown dog, already. And Kylie gave him at 8 months old. I think it was, right? He was 8 months old. Yeah, Kylie gave him a run for his money. He came to me, he was like, man, I'm telling you, I wish I could pick your female, because right now, and now I get it. I was starting at the time, as well, showing everything like that. But what he told me that day made a lot of sense. He was like, I would love to pick your female because she was on it. She had nice structure, everything like that. But he said, she's a puppy, and anything can change from here on out. This dog is already grown, a grown dog. And this, what you see is what you get right there. So I was like, at the beginning, I was kind of, butthurt, got in my feelings and whatnot. But then I was like, now that, been down, I was like, yeah, Chuck, he's right. He was right, He was like,
anything could change. That's the
it changed.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a fun fact. So I wanted to share that. Chuck, appreciate you.
Yeah, Chuck's got a lot of Chuck's been on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck's got a lot of bulldogger behind him. A lot of experience, a lot of Yeah. So who's this monster right here? We're probably a little bit out of order, but who's this?
Oh, that's my boy. That's NYURICAN Bulldogge's champ. And this is stats that people be saying sometimes. They be claiming 100-pound dogs and everything like that. This joker is literally, people that seen him in person. And no, he's as wide as a freaking mini fridge. I'm telling you, that joker is wide as hell. He's 107 pounds right now. He lives at a pit home right now. I placed him when he was, like 8 weeks old, I think it was? Yeah. I placed him with a military family, and they wanted a dog, and they came over there. and they was like, I want him. I was like, he's not for sale. He was like, I want him. I was like, so let's do this. You take the dog, right? You have a pet, but I can use him whenever I want.
Right.
And I'm glad I did that because out of this boy,
it's a main piece.
Yeah.
That's one of the dogs
nice.
where before I started going to shows, we had him, and he was this massive dog. And then I'll be on Facebook looking at people saying, "Oh, my dog was like 107 pounds," and I'll be seeing them after on shows. And I'm like, "Man, Champ, he's not even half of the dog that Champ is." You know, and I'm like, man, that's those stats really lie sometimes.
He's a nice dog, really. Like,
Yeah,
just a lot of dog right there.
I mean, his head looks smaller than what it is because his body is too big, or it makes his head smaller. So I wish
his next thick too.
Yeah, I wish that he had a better head type. He had a little bit more of longer snout and whatnot. I wish he had more of that division in the middle and a longer, lift and all that stuff. But girth and bone and mass, that dog, man, he has a lot of stuff.
A really nice dog. I like it. I like it a lot.
His son. Hold on, Chico.
That's my wife. What's up, babe? Yeah. If I don't put it up there, she's like, "You didn't put my comment. You didn't put my comment."
So if you look at his son, Kadir, he was a lilac tri female. He was a singleton out of Frida. Boy.
Okay.
That dog, everything he touched.
Yeah. He just rolls, huh?
Yeah. Jose Martinez, Angel Martinez had Champ at his house one time. He was taking care of me. Angel Martinez.
No, not yet.
He's Chris. He was at Chris' house the other day.
I seen his name pop up.
Yeah.
I seen the name pop up, but yeah.
He was holding him for me because I PCS to Fort Hood, Texas, and I had all these dogs, and I'm traveling in with freaking from upstate New York from over here all the way down to Texas, 27 hours with my trailer full of dogs and just dropping dogs down the road with family members and whatnot. And Angel opened and he was like, "Hey man, you coming over here? You can drop off however many dogs you want." He was getting out dogs at the time. I have a whole bunch of kennels there open, and he took Champ over there. When he saw Champ, he was like, "Man, that dog, that dog is impressive."
He is. Let's see. Let's get another one. This brown dog. I'm trying to see which picture to put up. There's some good ones on here.
Oh, you talking about Rico?
Maybe.
I think so. Yeah. He's very, very photogenic. Beautiful dog.
So say you had a lot of good pictures of him. That one shows.
Oh no! So actually, that is off of Camels. That's not. He is. I stubbed my dog out, and that's what came out. Camels is his dad. That is MBS Kennels Smoke.
Yep.
He's nice.
Yeah, he's nice.
Very nice.
Nice dog.
He's a young dog too. It's only like a year old.
Really?
Yeah. I think like April.
Yeah. We got his sister over here. That was the pick of the litter because they got lucky because I was gonna pick him, right? But I wasn't looking for males at the time because I had his dad anyway. So I was like, "Hey man," and something told me like, "Hey, I think that's the pick of the litter," but I'm not looking for a male, so I was looking for a female. His sister, just like him, name is Magic. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pick the sister, and we did. She's nice, a little bit too small for my liking. I like my females to be a lot bigger than my males, actually. When I say bigger, taller, and clean and all that stuff. She's a little bit too small for my liking, so we're still gonna breed her because I know what's behind her or whatnot. I'm just gonna pair her to what I know that is gonna work for her.
So
that's what you consider a tool.
The bigger female and the smaller male, you're the first person that I've heard say that. Explain me that. Why you prefer that way?
So the male, right? You want it. I like it. I prefer them to be smaller, right? Because the female, the bigger she is, the taller she is, right? And she's gonna have a little bit longer back.
True.
It's gonna be easier for her to whelp, right? So I don't have to worry about C-section or whatnot. You know, it can happen either way because C-sections can happen to any female. You can have a Great Dane with long, you know, body, whatever it is, and you can still, you know, run into complications and whatnot. But your chances are lower than that. So that's why I like my females to be a lot taller than my males for once, right? Because the males, I want them to be shorter, stockier, and I want you're gonna lose the height because remember, especially with Champ. Champ is a big dog, but you can he looks smaller than what he is because he's so wide up front. So you're gonna lose that height. So that's why I want my female because you can't, for me, you can't, how you say, it has to be a balance, right? For everything. You can't, I'm not going to put extreme to extreme because then you're going to get extremely
twickle.
Yeah. So you don't want that. It has to be a balance like in everything in life. Balance is everything. And that's why I prefer my females to be taller than my males.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense for the free whelping, stuff like that. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
But of
What's
course,
up, bro?
Females, they have to be tall, but they
What's
also
up, man?
have to have those traits that I'm looking for. And my females are, you know, they're gonna have the smaller hair, but as long as you have that shape, you know what I'm looking for. I've had a couple of females that have more of that longer snout and everything like that. I like them, but that is because the American Bulldog is there. Because you know, American Bulldog with the Johnson and the Scotty American Bulldog and all that stuff. So the Scottish Bulldog is a little bit more longer and everything like that. So every once in a while, that head type is going to show up in there. I mean, it's a recessive gene, so it's going to keep on popping up.
Got a question here for you.
Yep.
Jamie Stout says, I heard typically if the female's behind the female whelp natural, then the female you have is more likely to whelp natural. Do you believe that to be true?
Yeah, yes, no. Because like I said before, you know, anything could happen. But I can tell when a female is not going to whelp naturally. And this is a tip for people that if they're doing it, you know, you're doing the breeding. So sometimes you have to go in there, like, you know, breeding people you have to do a lot of stuff, you know. I tell people in my unit and whatever it is like that, they're like, so you whack up dogs, you know, and send semen and all that stuff, whatever. I'm like, no, this is a business. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? It's dog. You're gonna take that point, you know, and pressure him, and he's gonna do the rest. That's it. You're not doing anything else. So you have to also go into the female and everything like that. So when you go in there and you feel, and that female is hard for you to actually go in there, just know that you're gonna have complications when the puppies are coming out. See,
that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So a lot of people do that. When you go, you know, you have to go in there and check because sometimes after you put the semen in, you know, you want to have your finger in there so that way you can see it hurt. She's, you know, squeezing so that way she can, you know, take in the semen and whatnot. And it gives you a hard time to actually put your little finger in there. Imagine puppy trying to come out of there. So I will look into that when you having, you know, puppies.
Yeah.
That's just my experience, what I've had before. I had a female that I did that, and immediately I knew that she was going to have complications, you know. And I tried to let her whelp, but I already had the schedule, you know, just in case for emergency, whatever or not. And sure enough, I had to rush. Actually, that Smoke, that one that you got there, his dad was the one that I had to take in, for that later into coming out because the first puppy got stuck, and I tried to, you know, pull it out because I've been doing it all the time. You go in there, pull the puppy out, whatever it is like that, but that puppy was not coming out. It was stuck and I knew that, but I didn't rush. I didn't trust my judgment, and I just tried to, had it naturally, and I was like, nah, next time she's going straight to the hospital, to the vet.
Yeah, we schedule C-sections over here, but
Yep.
Yeah, that's just because the what ifs the what ifs are so
right
that you might as well just just do it, because if something goes wrong, it's gonna be bad. So
yes, sir.
But and that's even like last time with the litter my brother just had. We got an X-ray and the vet measured the heads and the pelvic opening and all that. He said she could do it, but he also said sometimes bulldogs kind of peter out during labor and all that, and
yep.
So and not because he said that we're gonna do a C-section anyway, just because I'd rather.
I mean, it's less stressful on the female, less stressful on the people that sometimes we have to accommodate ourselves too. Hey, what's up? So we have to accommodate ourselves. We got things to do. We have to work. Everything like that. You probably can't be, like you want to be there for that, for that litter. So you just like, I'm not going to run the risk. I'm just going to take it to the vet, do the C-section, and boom, whatever it is. A lot of people will frown upon it. Oh yeah, the OED is, they were meant to be, free welfers and free whatever. But hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what's best for you. So.
Yeah, because I mean, where I live, and I say it a lot because it comes up a lot, but where we live, the after-hours vet is over an hour away. You know what I mean? It's
same with us too.
Yeah,
it's about an hour away.
Yeah, down in Syracuse, because we live in the northern country over here, up north. Where winter's coming.
Yeah, and so we just, like I said, we go ahead and get the C-section because, So, but so how did let me ask you a question. Something on my brain. How did starting off with Rottweilers and stuff like that? How did that help you when you got into the oldies?
So with Rottweilers, I liked it, but I don't like cookie cutters. Like it's like you see Rottweilers, you're like, yeah, that's Rottweiler. And you breed it, literally, you got a litter of Rottweilers and whatnot. I like this breed because it's composite, right? And you can actually, do what you want with it as long as you stay within standards and all everybody can do whatever it is and blah blah blah, this and that. But as long as you do the right thing, and you do it for the breed. A lot of people's like, I got my own vision and blah blah blah. But you also have to think about the dog as well too, So Rottweilers, they help because how you say this? I already knew, like structure-wise and, top lines and cowhawk and all that other stuff that whenever I got into this breed, so I already knew pretty much what I was looking for, right? And you could tell a puppy in a minute that, you see him, his gait and whatever it is and the movement, you're like, man, that puppy's cowhawk as hell. And everybody has that, my female whelp.
And then she's corrected 3 hours. Female whelp in 3 hours.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I had a female, American Bulldog County. This female, I was in the whelping box with her, and she would not do anything. She would look at you, she would be panting, and then you go in there, and she would stop panting and just look at you. And you're like, oh yeah, what's going on? Puerto Rican. So she would stop panting and everything like that. And I walk out of the room, right? When I come back inside, puppy out, clean and everything, freaking all done. She had 10 puppies. Her first litter, 10 puppies. I did not have to do anything with that female. She did not want me to do anything with that female. So some females are gonna do it like that. I had another female, American Bulldog, that I have over here. Same thing. She was Shahaka. I bred her to Machete. That's where I got my females and all that stuff. Same thing. She did not want any help or anything like that. She did her own thing. I would go in there, and when I woke 3, 4 puppies already, I'm like, holy crap. And she didn't show signs. She ate. She didn't. I mean, temperature dropped. I knew. I was like, okay, But then when I go over there, she was like normal. I was like, okay, what the hell is going on? And then I walk back in, 3 puppies inside. I'm like, holy crap, damn female. And she had a whole litter all by herself. Two litters she had, and she delivered the puppies all by herself. But some females, on the other hand, I got one, Golly, she didn't want nothing to do with the puppies. She would spit them out. I had to break the sack. I had to cut the umbilical cord. I had to do everything. I would put it for her so she could lick the puppy, clean him up, or whatever. She's like, get that shit away from me. I don't want to do anything with that puppy. So it depends on the female. But then after, she did her first litter and whatnot, she was fine. She would do, she would clean the puppies and she would, nurse the puppy and all kinds of stuff. But it's crazy. These are animals that we have domesticated, right? And we
heavily
domesticated,
more than most. Yeah,
exactly. So we gotta understand sometimes that nature comes out and they just telling you, hey, I don't need you for this. I can do this all on my own or whatever it is. And a lot of people, when it comes to some people, right, that buy dogs that are pet and they love their pets and they're like, oh, I want to breed my pet because she's so cute, whatever it is. I'm like, do you know the responsibility that comes behind breeding the pets? You know the behind the scenes and all the stuff you go through. You know that you could have a litter of 10 puppies and lose the whole litter because they aspirated the milk and the ammonia and a whole litter. You're like, that's what people don't see. And you're already down the drain because you pay for a stud fee or whatever it is, and then you lost a litter of 10 puppies, and now you probably owe a pick of the litter that person. So now you have to. That's what a lot of people don't understand, that there's more that meets the eye when it comes to breeding, and some people just, hey, sit back, have a pet, enjoy that pet. If you want to take him to shows and show him out and everything like that, hey, by all means, we appreciate that, but leave the breedings and all that stuff to the breeders, the ones that, and when I say breeders, I mean people that know what they're doing, right, and they have programs, because breeders could be anyone, right? I can take 2 dogs and breed them. You're a breeder, but having a program is a different story. It takes generations after generations and all that kind of stuff. So
it takes a lot, and it's it does.
Takes a big toll.
The litter my brother's got right now, he's having internet problems, so he's not on it. But we got 10, 2 are stillborn, and then we lost one aspirating, just like you said.
Yep.
And the whole thing was my brother he wants female, right? So out of the 10, like I said, then 8 came home, 5 males, 3 females, and one of the females aspirated. And I was like, the puppy just didn't make it. You know what I mean? But his whole thing was he wanted a female, right? And he gets 3, and then one of them. So it's like I said, bro, just keep 2. Don't let him go nowhere. You know what I mean?
That happened not too long ago. We had a litter of 11.
Yeah.
8 died. 8 of them passed away.
Yeah.
And she was popping them out like nothing. Yeah. But I think what happened was some of the puppies were not ready to be born, and that happens sometimes. Mm-hmm. But the ones that were behind were developed, and they were trying to get out. So she was pushing puppies out like nothing, and she was popping them out. You come out, I'm like, man, there's no stillborn. We tried to resuscitate and everything like that, but natural selection sometimes is a thing, and
it is.
Hey,
it is.
It happens. Yeah. It happens, and that's what people don't understand.
The thing is, the eggs get fertilized in a window of however many days.
Yes.
Right? Yep. So one gets fertilized on the first day, and then another one 2 days later. At the end, that puppy's a little bit. So, and then people say like, oh, people think every litter has a runt because it's the smallest puppy. No, it's just that puppy's fine. A runt's a puppy that struggles and gets out competed and all that stuff, and So,
oh, I've had some runts that they turn out to be better than all the other puppies out of the litter. And
they just need a little bit of help.
Yeah, they needed a little bit of help, and they got it, and it turned out to be just fine.
Yeah. So, got a couple comments here. I'm gonna put up. You ready?
Yeah.
Listo.
All
right. Said with retirement coming up, what's brewing for NYURICAN Bulldog's future? That's why I asked if you're ready. I mean, you gotta be. That's
That's my queen over there. Thanks to her, and because without her, I couldn't be doing this. Sometimes I go deploy, and she was the one back here, taking care of all these dogs, not even wanting to because she's not all about that. She don't like them. But I mean, she likes them. She has her baby here, and all that stuff. But
yeah.
to answer her question, I appreciate everything she's done for me. She's been a hell of a supporter, and without her, I would not have been here. American Bulldog is 15 plus years. I
That's
appreciate
awesome.
she staying beside me and putting up with my bulldogs. But for the future, right? For my retirement coming up, I can't wait. So I'm gonna be hitting all these shows, and I'm gonna be, promoting myself more and showing, out there and helping the community, right? I want to take this, to thank Gina and Chris Moore, because they have the platform and they're building that for us, right?
Absolutely.
So we have to put our egos aside, right? Because I might not like some stuff that Chris do, how he does it, and different people, different strokes, whatever it is, that is. He probably doesn't like a lot of stuff that I do either, right? But he's my peer, right? And when I say peer, I mean it with all most respect, right? Him and Gina, I appreciate what they're doing, and people don't understand that, right? And they're gonna take their name and drag him down, whatever it is, but we need to put our egos aside and think about the community, right? And just freaking let's do this, man. We better than this, man. We gotta show these people that we're for real. Until we do that, put the egos aside and come together to bring this community to where it needs to be, they're not gonna take it serious, man. They're not.
Yeah. You're right. There's a lot of stuff that a lot of people need to just make a phone call.
Yeah.
And talk it out. Yeah.
Leave all that drama.
We're supposed to be grown.
Yeah. You're right.
We're supposed to be grown. It's supposed to be grown. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, that's what I got planned, for the future. Probably, do a pet transport, whatever it is, so that way I could go out to different kennels and the little puppies and meet people and network and expand, see what's out there. And
be out there in a Sprinter van doing it, huh?
Exactly, yeah. Sprinter van, and you need a stud, I can take it over there and collect them for you and bring you the semen and do that, whatever it is that it takes for us to bring this to where it needs to be, man. This is a beautiful breed. It's a breed that man, it's not a cookie cutter. It's like you see a Doberman is Doberman all day long. You're gonna see it, right? And this over here, you're gonna see a dog, right? And you'll be like, holy crap, what is that? That looks like a bulldog, but it looks like an American bulldog, but it looks like a, it's crazy, man. I love this breed. And ever since I was introduced to it, I just ran with it, man. I was like, yep.
Yeah. So, okay, I agree with everything you're saying, and I feel the same way. I asked you about Rottweilers earlier.
Yes.
Because I know a couple people that breed Rottweilers, and I'm a little bit jealous of one thing about it. And that one thing is that Rottweilers come in one color.
Yes.
One coat pattern. So when someone contacts you about a Rottweiler, they want a Rottweiler.
Yes.
Someone contacts us about a puppy, they want like that blue one or that chocolate one or that, you know what I mean? And that part, even though I get it, I understand. That part kind of grinds me a little bit, like, but it's that breed where you can have the one you want, look how you want, whatever. But I do get like a little bit jealous of other breeds that just come in one. You know what I mean? Because
it's easy. It's easy to do because everybody's gonna come looking for. You're gonna come if you're gonna come looking for, let's say, golden doodle, whatever it is that they got right now. You're just gonna look. Yeah, you got different colors, but you're gonna see a golden doodle all day long,
Yeah.
right? Over here, you're gonna see some dogs, right? And you have to have a little bit of everything, like we do over here for everyone, right? Because
Yeah.
I have my dogs, right? Let's say I have a dog that I have for the public, right? For the pets and all that stuff. They want that little short, stocky, English bulldog, couch potato, farting little machine that they want. Hey, I got that for you. That's not my cup of tea. I don't like the dogs like that. I like big dogs. Dogs that when I go out there, it's gonna impress you. Little English bulldog, yeah, they're gonna see them. It's like, yeah, it's cute, whatever it is. I don't like cute. I want impressive.
Right.
So.
Yeah. But like I said, I trip on
that. She got addicted, and now she got bored. She actually has my boy Cadmus. They have him over there. I placed him with them because that's another thing you have to do. When you're in the military and you're moving around and everything like that, you have to find a nice home to place your dog, and you can use them, a guardian home, and you can use them whenever you want. And I'm very appreciative of Shelby and her husband Michael and everything like that. Great people.
Yeah. That's important too. Even like I'm not in the military, but I can't keep every puppy that I like. You know what I mean? I can't keep it at my house, but I can hopefully keep it nearby, keep it accessible. You know what I mean? So that is important. Yeah. Let's see another one. Who's this?
That's Cornito.
Okay.
That's Cornito. You see,
younger,
a little bit younger. That's what people they see that like that. And
that's the same dog.
Immediately they'll be like, I don't like that dog. And then look at how Cornito's turned out to be.
Yeah. Okay, that's the same dog I showed at first. Check that out. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's Cornito when he was a puppy. Try if you can. You can look for Rico. He's a chocolate male, all chocolate.
All chocolate?
Yes.
White on the chest?
White on the chest, yes.
I believe this is it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my boy.
Nice.
You see him in pictures, and you're like, yeah, he looks all right. You see him up close, he's a beautiful dog.
Yeah.
He's a very nice dog, very well put together. A little bit small for my liking. I wish he was a little bit, bigger and everything like that. And again, head is all right, but a little bit too English Bulldog for me. I like that American Bulldog head on a dog, like Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky, freaking Concrete, and all that stuff. Those are that's my head type right there.
Yeah. Yeah. My brother.
I got my boy Milano. He has that head type. He's chocolate brindle. Yeah. He got a beautiful head. Nice looking dog. I'm gonna bring him out to the beast. I'll probably take him over there. Yeah.
That's what's up. Hey, Puzo, you gotta bring them clippers to the beast, bro.
Hey, anybody that wants it.
Yeah.
We're gonna set up shop over there.
My brother, he actually has a full head of hair still, so he'll be able to appreciate that. You know what I mean? I get homemade. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the beast, man, I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Even my aunt.
Any more questions in there? Anybody has any?
Get them questions in. Get them questions in. Yeah, get them questions in. Make sure you like the channel, subscribe to the channel wherever you're watching it at. Get the likes up. Do all that internet stuff.
Give support to people that are supporting our breed and everything like that. I mean, it's been a while since we had a platform that we could talk dogs and come together and show what we have.
Yeah.
This is it.
And we're not stopping. We're gonna
we're gonna continue. We're gonna go harder and everything like that.
Yeah. So I gotta.
Yes.
I don't like talking about myself, whatever. I really don't. But I got a text, a message today from somebody that was on the show a couple weeks ago that they were talking to a family about about a puppy, and it was kind of up in the air, and they got a message that they were at work and they put the podcast on and watched it, the episode with that breeder, and went ahead and they bought the puppy. You know what I mean? So it was good. It felt good for me. Not that it was my puppy or nothing else, but my whole thing is to lift up everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
yeah,
right.
And we should be able to we should be comfortable in doing that stuff, right? Because if I eat, everybody should be able to eat. You know what I'm saying? But if we just pick,
we have local breeders that we work with. Sometimes we don't even have puppies to sell, but we see that local breeder has pups. We're like, hey, reach out to them. They got pups.
Yeah, exactly. There's enough for everybody. You know what I mean? I had a lot of people tell me that it's doggy dog, it's this that. I'm like, it don't have to be. No, it don't. And for me, it'll never be because I'm not that type. I'm just not. As much as I'm on the internet, I play online, whatever. It's not a real place. You know what I mean? But in real life, if you be a real person and deal real with real people, everything it's gonna work. It has to.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And to be honest, I don't like being out there because I'm not really good at how you say expressing myself, and writing all that stuff. My wife is the one that does all that stuff. She'd be correcting me sometimes and be like, hey, she's when it comes to that, she's very literate. I'm the total opposite. I'm grateful that we have auto correction and all this AI stuff in the Army because it would be helping me out. I'm doing the counseling on a soldier, whatever it is, and it helps me. But I'm not very good at expressing myself and being how you say professional and talking all these fancy words and everything like that. I'm just very blunt, and I'm just gonna say whatever's on my mind. Like, hey,
right.
This is what I did, and this is how it came out, and that's it. So,
yeah,
and that's why
a lot of
people don't understand sometimes, and you just have to see it. I'm like, hey, I'm a visual person. I have to, in order for me to learn, I have to see it. So I will, try it and evaluate, and then at the end, I was like, okay, this is a finished product. And then sometimes at the end, it's like, okay, this is not what I'm going to do next time because it didn't come out the way it was. But it's all about trial and error, So.
There you go. We got a question here for you.
Yep.
Any advice for someone just starting their oldie program? Don't do it. No, I'm just playing. That's not right. Do it.
Yeah, I mean, by all means, do it.
But be sure you want to do it.
Be sure you want to do it, and be ready sometimes to keep holding it back, because sometimes, and like Chris said the other day, right? He was talking about this, and he said, people sometimes want a dog like Rocky, right? But then when they go pick a puppy, right, they picking the total opposites, because when you go see Rocky for the first time, right, like sometimes you go see a dog like Champ when he was a puppy. He was not the best looking puppy, right, of the litter, right, because he was lanky and whatever it was and everything like that. His sisters were total opposite, right? They were nice, good looking, chunky dogs and everything like that. Those are what everybody wanted, but they were more EB type, and that's what people. If you want a dog like Rocky, you have to know what you're choosing. So, in order for my advice for him to oldie program is to get yourself a broad bitch, right, and start from there, and do a litter, not with the vision of selling and making money out of it, and keeping that whole litter, right, and evaluating every pup that's out of that litter, so that way okay, because the thing about this breed is a composite breed, right? You're gonna have different sizes, different structure, different, all that stuff. So you keep that whole litter, you evaluate, right? So now you know, and you take them, as old, dogs, and then you pick the best one out of that whole litter because you evaluate the whole litter. You pick the best ones out of it. You keep those, right? And then the other ones you either place them or sell them for for somebody that wants a pet or whatever it is, and then you take those two that you kept. Let's say you got the best female and the best male out of it, right? And then keep on doing that. Once you have a couple of generations down the road, then you can think about, hey, okay, I need to maintain my program, right? Because it's not about me getting rich, but I need to get something back so that way I can continue to do what I like to do. So I'm gonna have to sell dogs and everything like that because everybody says, "Oh, it's not for the money." And then why are you breeding for? I mean, it's not for the money, yeah, but in order for you to keep on breeding, right? Because it's an expensive hobby, you have to make money. So it is for the money as well too. So
yeah, dog food ain't cheap.
Yourself, be for real, and do what you gotta do. But at the beginning, that's my recommendation. I've done it before. I kept whole litters because I want to evaluate all that stuff. And then when they grow up, I pick the best ones, and I'm like, right now I kept the whole litter out of Shahaka, and because I know it's not for everyone, right?
Yep.
So I got them right there. I'm evaluating the female, the ones that don't turn out the way I want it. I'm placing. I'll give them away, or give them some cheap people that want to have a dog and whatnot, and but that's it. You have to take that loss. Now, after comes whatever comes out of that, because those are F1s, those are F1s, and a lot of people don't understand the F1s. They see a bulldog and they see him all lengthy and ugly looking puppy and everything like that, and then when they see that dog all full grown, they're like, oh wow, wait a minute. That's not what I thought it was. So that's my advice.
So F1, what, oldie to AB or?
Oldie to AB, yeah. Shahaka is from NYURICAN Bulldog. She was out of SBK Mac. I think it's Mac. Yeah, Mac and one of Chad Gunn's female. So I have her over here.
Chad's got nice dogs.
Yeah, he has nice dogs. So I have her because I know the pedigree behind him. She has a nice American Bulldog head track and everything like that. So
yeah. My guy Trainyard got one of Chad Dunn's puppies, a male pup. Like he said, it's 10 months old. The head's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Martin says, what size you prefer?
So size in a dog, I prefer anything over 18 inches. Not to exceed, 22, maybe 18 to 22. 18 to 22. That's my size dog. I mean, American Bulldog is a nice dog, but I prefer that American Bulldog look in a smaller, in a compact, dog.
Yeah.
That's just my type. I love the American Bulldog. Believe me, I love it. But it's a dog that is not for everyone, right? And
it's a lot of dog. Yeah.
It's a lot of dog, and it's not easy to the market is for certain places over here. Now, if you live in the country and everything like that, people, that's why.
Yeah.
Steel Curtain, right? Bruce Williams, he wants that he called what do you call the city dog or something like that? Yeah, Steel Curtain. He has those snowman and all that stuff. I don't know if you heard about him.
I've heard the name. I don't know.
Gutter and snowman and all that stuff.
Very nice dogs.
Yeah, he got very nice dogs. American Bulldogs, and he gets a lot of heat because, of course, a lot of people say that his dogs are not truly American Bulldogs. They're more older than anything because they're a little smarter, whatever it is. He has some nice dogs.
Yeah. That's what Joe was talking about. Don't buy my dog. They're gonna say all this stuff about you.
If you can't stand it, you don't buy my dogs. I can't wait. I got something later on down the road. I'm gonna hook up with Joe, and man, I can't wait because he's like 5 hours away from us. From here, he lives in Connecticut.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Inner city. There you go. Inner city Bulldogs. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. It says American Bulldogs have a different personality than oldies. Some people don't understand that.
Yep, that's correct.
How so? Explain. Talk to us about it.
So American Bulldogs, they could be very, how you say, overprotective, right? When it comes to dogs, right? It could be guard dogs, right? Junkyard dogs, right? Like for instance, right? So American Bulldog is going to be a little bit more, how you call that, aggressive. I've seen him in the ring, right? You put American Bulldog next to another one, and that freaking that alpha is coming out immediately, right?
Yeah.
Old English Bulldog, their personality, they have some of that in there, right? The American Bulldog, because they have 16.5, whatever percentage they say they did back in the days, is in there. But they also have that switch, right? It's like on and off. I take my dog outside, and that dog is gonna freaking do whatever it can. But when it comes inside, it's a very nice, mellow dog, and it won't do anything unless it's triggered, right? Some American Bulldogs are the same, but the American Bulldog has more of a alpha thing to it. Even the females are freaking hard to deal with. Those are worse than the males, man. When they hold grudges against another female, forget it. You can't add them together, whatever it is. My girl Shahaka, she has to be the only one. And if other female comes and try to, get my attention, whatever it is, you can see her in the kennel over there, just want to get out and just go to town on that female. And that's how it is. So the personality is a little bit more overprotective over their, the human. They wanna guard and protect more. The Old English Bulldog want to please you. They're all about pleasing you, pretty much. That's why I think their personalities are different.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. So Jamie says, I'm in Ontario, Canada. Oldie breeders here are not a community like I see in the States. It's awesome to watch.
Yeah, I'm nearby. I'm like 4 hours away from Ontario right here because I'm over here upstate New York. So
you're in South Canada?
Yeah, basically, pretty much, yeah.
You're like half an hour from the border.
Baja Canada.
Yeah, right there. So they come out from Canada and come to the shows over here. There was somebody,
I think All-Star.
Yeah, All-Star Bulldogs. They were over here. They were over here in the Beast. We can't say the Beast of the East anymore.
I don't.
Oh man, believe it.
I've never been or nothing like that, but just knowing the story about that, that Joey Rita started that in the '90s and all that, like, yeah. Don't let him take it from us, Gina.
I don't know what Gina and Chris is there for. They let them take it away.
Yeah,
what the hell no? That's ours. You can't see. Yeah. But if you need help, Chris, let me know. Regina, we go over there. This is ours. We're gonna do this. But
there we go.
Yeah. If I see them come all the time over here, the community over there. Who's over there? 7 Acres, I think it is. Is over there in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. They got a couple of kennels out there. Tyra Bulls, Miss what was her name? She used to own.
Hey, here you go, Jose. Here's how you can help. That's how you can help right there.
There you go. Let's do it. Let's go to with the flyers. Let's do it. Gina.
Yeah. So Canada does have some oldies then.
Yeah, they have some nice oldies over there. I think Tony Clay, he has sent some studs over there to what's her name? Jamie. She's in there. From 7 Acres, I think it is, something like that. But they have some nice dogs over there.
Is that her right there?
No, that's James. I'm gonna tell her.
Oh.
No. It's something.
Oh, okay.
I forget. I have to look at it. I'm very horrible with names. I sometimes forget my own name. Sometimes.
Uh-oh. Here we go. We got some names. All-Star, Little
All Star.
rascals.
That's the one I was talking about. She was at the Beast last year.
Yeah.
Or the year before that, because last year they didn't do it.
All right. Buttes and Brutes. B. Wilson's Bulldogs. Okay. And Legacy OEB Kennel. There we go.
Yeah.
Canada, stand up.
Go, yeah, we right.
Reach out, Canada. I'll put you
Right.
on. Reach out. Yeah, why not?
Reach out. Get a venue, do a show over there, and have people, come from upstate New York, go to Canada.
Yeah, why not?
Ontario's nice. Ontario, Toronto.
I've never been. Like I said, I grew up in Southern California. We go to Mexico, all the time. My sister would go over there to get medication. My brother-in-law still does for just, but I've never been to Canada. One day I will.
It's cold as hell up here. Just know
Yeah.
when it snows over here, it snows. Like we get.
It snows here, but not like you're talking about.
No,
it snows here 3-4 inches. It might stay for 3-4 days, and hopefully it hits you on like a Thursday. So Thursday, you're off Friday, long weekend, go to work Monday, no problem.
We're talking about 3 or 4 feet a day over here.
And 3 or 4 months, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Golly.
For like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, nah. But
I like
you know what?
Because when I was down in Texas, man, those dogs.
Maintaining the dogs in the heat.
It was bad, man. I would have to come out from work and go over there, hose the kennels down, and it was bad. Yeah, Aaron All-Star, yeah.
All right.
She has one of Gina's boy, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it was like a lilac.
The lilac.
I think he wore up the beast.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron Braybook, reach out. Let's get a couple of Canadian
good.
people on here. We'll do a Canadian special. Let's get a couple of you guys talk about it. So I know how much we got to go through to get these dogs through the summer here. How much you got to go through to get them through the winter?
So through the winter, it's easy. These dogs,
they do cold pretty well here.
Yeah, it's cold as long as you have your place and it's insulated. I have a wood stove in there and a pellet stove on the other side, and I just turn it on and it's nice. And sometimes you go in there, it's warmer than what in my own house and everything like that, And I'm like, God damn, these dogs are better than me.
Right. Yeah.
It's just very money consuming.
Yeah.
Winter time.
Consume a lot of money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wood you have to stack up, and it hurts your back because you have to put all the wood and.
Yeah, there's no easy way to do that.
Oh no, hell no! There's no easy way to do it.
I mean, even you get the hydraulic log splitter, you still got to stack them jokers.
Yep.
You got to cut them down. Yeah.
You can't open up the faucet from outside because it will freeze up, and oh my God, it's crazy, man. It's hard. So you have to come inside with buckets over here so I could get water and get the water so I could clean the kennels and all that stuff. That's another thing. It's like, a lot of people, my advice to you is be ready to do a lot of poop scooping and
Professional poop
scooper.
Yeah. And but okay, frozen poop in the wintertime though, right?
Oh, that's good, man. When you go out there and it's frozen, popsicles, you're just picking them up.
Yeah. Let's see. Says in Windsor, the closest shows are in Ohio.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess Ohio's also Baja Canada. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We that's another thing I want to do. I want to see if I can get I don't know, start doing some shows up here up north. So that way, because we have a lot of oldies up here too. A lot of American Bullies, up north, and the shows that we have are always in PA, and Allentown and all that stuff. I would like to bring it a little bit closer, close to Syracuse or something like that. So maybe down in the future, set something up and a couple of shows and either ABKC, IUBA, whatever. I don't know, something.
Yeah, Allentown's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, they do
it
every October. They do like 3 or 4 at Halloween. Yeah, They do like 3 or 4 every year.
Yeah.
They it's been pretty good. But lately we're not getting that much. People. Felix Guzman be over there, and um, Scott Hurts, I think it is. He has Jameson and all that stuff. Is it Jameson or no?
I think Jameson's from Felix.
Yeah.
Felix, that's who else I got to talk to.
They call, I think it is, or something. One of the dogs, I think, Felix dogs that Scott Hurts has, and he's grand champion in BKC. So those are the ones that actually go out to the show, and we've been over there a couple of times, but we haven't been that active. Now when I retire, we're probably going to start going again to the shows, and because I mean, in order for you to be out there, expose yourself and everything, you have to go to these shows. A lot of people are, I don't show my dog because of politics and blah, this and that. Hey, but you're not trying at least,
Yeah.
Don't talk about it, be about it. Let's do it.
I'm not gonna be a highway warrior chasing shows, but I'm gonna go to a couple.
Yeah.
Gonna go to the Beast. My family really hasn't, as a family, been out on the East Coast before, so we're gonna go check it out, go see some stuff, and go to the show. The one in the IOEBA show in September will be there.
Yep.
And then maybe another one, like early next year, whatever, something like that. But I kind of want to space them out because
and
to do it the way I want to do it.
It's not easy, It's time consuming, It's expensive, road trips and everything like that. But at least hit the big ones, space them out and everything like that. You don't have to go to every show, but as long as you go out there and compete, show your product, and a lot of people, I'm saying product, and I'm sorry to the people that are out there and the tree huggers, and they don't see
they don't see them as livestock. Don't say the word. Yeah.
I had somebody comment on one of my pictures. I had Khan there. I was like, I can't wait to use him. He was like, oh, what another way to look at him. Use him. I was like, so what you want me to do? I'm going to use him for breeding. Like,
yeah.
This on all the way. Like, you know what?
But, yeah, people are a trip. They want to force their sensibilities, their human sensibilities on animals. You know what I mean? I tell people, like, when I have sell puppies and stuff, that, oh, we have a dog already. He's our baby. He's our son. Whatever. Like I said, I have a son, and I don't feed him in a bowl on the floor. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love my dogs, but there's a difference there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You cannot humanize it though. There's a lot of people. I had issues with one client I had one day. She came back. It's like, oh, my dog, she's very aggressive and blah blah blah, this and that. This is the same person that had the dog with tutus on, sneaking on the table, and freaking, So the dog thinks he's a human. When somebody comes to the house, she's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Don't sit on my couch. That's my space," and everything like that. I would never. I love my dogs to death. My wife, when I was employed, she would get in the bed with her, whatever it was. Me, you go into your. You got a freaking nice little bed over there. You go over there and sit on there. That's it. But
yeah,
I'm not on my couch. You're not going to do whatever you want. You're a dog, and that's it. I love you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to make sure that everything is good. But you are a dog. You're going to eat when I tell you to eat. You're going to go outside when I tell you to go outside. You're going to do everything.
Yep.
Until
you walk on two legs.
Yep. Until the people understand that, hey, a dog is a dog, and they have to know that. Hey, there's boundaries here.
Yes.
You're gonna do what I tell you to do. You working for that. I'm paying for you to to eat. So you're gonna do what I tell you to do.
That's what makes life livable, especially if you have a big dog.
Yeah,
it needs to know it's a dog.
Yep.
Some of these people, and it's great. I love a big old dog, but he needs to know that he's a dog from day one. And there's some games we're not gonna play. But.
Like he's 13 years old right now, going on 14 here pretty soon.
That's good. That's good. That's what is it? Low key flex right there.
Yeah.
13-year-old. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got a 13-year-old dog, and
Yeah.
he's still living and walking around. You know, he lost the mass and everything like that because Kino was a big dog. I brought him. He was brought from Germany off of go for dormants and whatnot. And he is the best dog ever. There's not going to be another Kino ever. Like this dog is the way he was, right?
Yeah.
And great protector. I got a video. My wife took the video of a UPS guy coming to my house, and he over there knocked the door real hard and hit the buzzer. And Kino's letting her know, woo, woo, hey, I'm here. Chill out.
I love it. Yes.
And this dog out of nowhere, because he hit the buzzer again, came out of nowhere, opened the door, and grabbed the UPS guy by his freaking collar. Because the guy, first of all, he got to Kino's level. You know, he got low.
Yeah.
He got the package, he put it in his level. Kino felt threatened right there. When he got him, my wife runs out the door. He's like, Kino, get inside. And the dog comes back inside with a roar like nothing. So you can see it right there. You know, he has that protective instinct. He's letting him know. And the guy, man, I'm telling you, my wife is like, hey, are you okay? He's like, hey, he just got my car. He just broke it. He's good. I'm good. Everything like that. It's like, you know, he can't do that anymore. He's old and grumpy, and all he wants to do is just lay there and
yeah. At 13, he shouldn't have to. It's just somebody else's turn. You know what I mean?
Senior citizen.
Yeah.
And that's my boy. Like when I grew up here, like a lot of people were, you know, man, he's an ugly dog. He's American Bulldog, little dog, and everything like that. Because he was tall. He was what, like 22 inches, I think it is. Yeah, one of the biggest dogs. But he never produced anything bigger than everything they produced was small. All the females, Frida, Diesel, or everything that came out of him that, you know, that later on the road, you look at like Kimani, right?
Yep.
A small puppy, everything, like a small dog, nice traits, everything like that. He would throw them. And if you look at Kino, you'd be like, man, nobody would ever want to breed that dog. But I know behind him. So a lot of people, that's a lot of time people, they just see the dog and tell them like, I got no reason because he's not a good looking dog. But I knew what I was doing, so I had to do that. If it wasn't for him, my program wouldn't be there.
So real quick, I got a comment that I missed here. I want to bring it up, and then I got something I want to ask.
Yeah.
And this is Wicked Good Bulldogs. They're pretty faithful watches, so I'll make sure I get their stuff out there. Said over 70 litters, only 3 C-sections. Vet left a puppy and my girl 3 days later had a C-section. Ooh-wee. After that, I insisted something was wrong. Let's see. In my opinion, more risk with a C-section.
Yeah.
If that's your experience, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, different people, different experience. You know, what works for me is not going to work for, you know, other people. It's all about, you know, what works for you, what is best for you. I prefer again natural whelpers, right?
Yeah, that's
also
what he said.
Whelp naturally, free breeding.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, he or she is totally correct, and I'm all about it. I'm all about the open air. I'm all about, you know, free. And a lot of people confuse that too, right? Some genetic mares, right? Let's talk about that because people always have a misconception about that. So genetic mares, yeah, it's difficult for a dog to breed if it has, you know, pinched mares and everything like that, right? But what people don't understand, it's more complicated. It's more difficult for a dog to breed if it has a soft palate, and that's what people don't get. I have dogs that have pinched mares, but that palate, when you hear them breathing, like a fan.
Yeah.
Like nothing. And then I have other dogs, wide open mares, and you hear that because they have that soft palate. So a lot of people have to be careful. Oh yeah, my dog has open mares, everything like that. I see them open mares have heat stroke and freaking, you know, die and his so. But yeah, I mean, it's true. Free whelpers is what is preferred, right? And I get it. And some people just needs to be perfect to them. You know, it's like we can't I can't control whatever you want to do, right?
Yeah.
I just have to know what I'm doing is what's best for me.
Yeah. Like I said, we schedule them. That's just because, like I said, if something goes wrong, bro, it's the middle of the night and it's a long way from help. You know, and it may not. Nothing may ever go wrong. But just that reality right there for me is enough to say, let's just mitigate whatever risk we can. You know,
Yeah. Plus, you'd be running a race on your female as well too. So
yeah. And the question I wanted to ask, you mentioned being a pedigree researching guy.
Yeah.
For anybody who's new to the breed, new to dogs, whatever, what's the things you look for when you're looking at a pedigree?
So when I'm looking at a pedigree, right? For instance, so a lot of breeders, when they started at the beginning, right, they were using dogs that were available to them, right?
Yep.
And that's what people don't understand, right? And a lot of times when you study a pedigree, right, and you look at that dog in that pedigree, it's not the same dog that was used at the moment, right? So you have to be careful when you're studying pedigree, right? But what I look for is what they were doing, right? So what worked for them in order to get to Black Omen. So Black Omen, right, was a breeding from two littermates, right? Sister to brother, line breed.
Okay.
And that's how they got that dog. So they took all that stuff in there, right, in that pedigree, and they locked it in because they took the best female, let's say, I don't know, or the best male, and they locked it in, and they got Omen. Now, Omen, what they're going to do with that, right? You're not going to line breed that one because that one's already tight, already compact.
Right.
So that's what I'm looking for. How they bred that line bred to get to the next step. And that's what I'm looking at. Okay, that worked for them. Then I go try it. So that's how I study pedigree. And then I see a dog in front of me. I'm like, yeah, that dog is beautiful. It caught my attention. But now I want to see what's the makeup, how they got to that point. And that's why I go back and look at generation. Okay, so down the road, this was utilized to get to here, and this was utilized to get to that. So that's just me thinking and planning and doing my research pretty much.
All right, so let's take it back then. Let's ask it a different way.
Yeah.
If you were getting ready to get your first dog,
yeah,
and you're doing pedigree, you're looking at them, what are you looking for? And you don't necessarily know who the dogs are, but you're just looking at this paper and what information.
Oh, what am I looking for?
Yeah.
At the dog or the pedigree?
Just in the pedigrees. I know what I'm looking for, but I'm just curious.
I'm looking for the consistency. Yeah, I'm looking for
there it is.
In everything that they did in this pedigree, this was the outcome. It was consistent. They had similar traits, similar types, and the consistency at the end. And you're gonna see, right? Because a lot of people, when they put the dogs right in the pedigree, you're just gonna see the best of all that stuff, right? But then you go back and you see in the litter mates and all that stuff, because sometimes they put it there, and you see, okay, so in this litter, they had this consistency, right? And then you have some of these that were looking like this. So now I'm studying both sides, so that way I can evaluate my pups and be like, okay, so now I know why we got these different, but it was still consistent, right? All the breedings were the same. You will have 3 or 4 that will look like this type, and you will have 2 or 3 that will look the same type. So, but it's consistency that I'm looking for.
There you go. I like it. As I learned a little bit about them, I would always look for in my mind I call it like intentionality. Like I want to see that a dog came from the same. If it's okay, NYURICAN bulls, right? Mm-hmm. I see that on there in a row. Maybe not every dog, but in every there it is. Okay, so the same. I see the dog moving through the same hands.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, and that's something I look for.
Not to flex or anything like that, but there are not many breeders out here that can say you have 4 or 5 generations in a pedigree showing, right? So if you go to one of my breedings, right, you go to pedigree database and you type in NYURICAN Bulldog and so, you will see on the top side, NYURICAN Bulldog is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 generation. The bottom side, you're gonna see NYURICAN Bulldog is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 generations as well too. So not only top, you're seeing top and bottom, same channel, same pedigree, NYURICAN Bulldogges, and it's because I had a vision, and I knew it was not going to be easy, right? And it was not going to be fast, quick, and hurry, and I was not going to get to where I'm at. The day that happens is the day that I stop breeding in general, because there's no perfect dogs out there, right?
Right.
The day I did a breeding and I had a perfect dog, and it was what I was looking for, I accomplished what I did. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what keeps me going, because I always wanted to better myself. I'm competing with me. I'm not competing with anyone or anything like that. I'm competing with me. How can I do to get better dogs? The ones I want to have. You know, I want to have a kennel where I look and I see this is what I want. And you see the same type, the same consistent, you know, and it doesn't have to be size or whatever it is, but it's consistent. You see the same silhouette, right? Because that's what we look for in a dog. You put all the dog in, you know, in the same color, like you said, right? The Rottweiler, and you see the same, right? But not at the same size, you know, like the Rottweiler. A little bit more wide, a little bit more, you know, correct, a little bit, you know. Not every dog is a show dog. Not every dog freaking needs to be bred.
Ooh, say that.
Huh?
Say that. Yeah.
Just because it bleeds doesn't mean it has to be bred. You know,
yeah.
It needs to be. But just know and have people come over and break down your dog. And that's another, you know, when you're starting a program, people talk to you, get yourself a good mentor, and learn from that, and listen, you know, and watch what they're doing and how they go about it. And, you know, I'm a big fan of Jamie. She's my mentor. Without her even being, you know, talking to me or messaging me or anything like that, I just follow her, what she does. I go into her, you know, her page and I stalk her. You know, I'm like, this is what Jamie Sweet did. You know, how she got Blue River's Dirty. Beautiful dog. I was in love with that dog. That was my one of my favorite dogs out there, right? And I saw how she did. She had that American Bulldog female, Lola, right? And she took that little small, again, you see where I'm coming, right? Small dog, big female. Is because Jamie Sweet. That's how she did it, right? That's how she created Dirty. She had that American Bulldog female, right? She bred to the Tyra Bull freaking Brinks, which is a beautiful, nice structure, very clean dog, you know. And she added that little frame into that big dog, and she created Dirty. I was like, yeah, you just learn from things like that, and that's it. You know, she's been my mentor. She has no idea how much I you know, I'm a huge fan of her. She will now. Never met her in person, nothing, man. I can't wait to the day. Yeah. I think I saw her once in the dog show. She was too busy, man. I didn't want to go over there and be all, you know, freaking, weird about it. I was like, man, I'm just gonna let her be. But yeah, she's inspired me. And then, you know, Chris and me and Chris, we used to be we would talk, you know, message each other and blah blah. He would pick my brain, I would pick his brain.
Y'all got that military in common, so that's
yeah. Chris and I, not only the military in common, we straight up, hey, I'm not gonna talk behind anyone's back. If I have something to say, I'm gonna call that person. I'm a grown man. I'm like, hey sir, or hey Chris, or hey, Kyle, hey, this is what it is, and that's it, we're grown. All that freaking internet, freaking thug stuff. I don't do that.
Yeah, no.
That's
No.
not.
I'd rather thug in real life.
Yeah, real life. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. They be
Yeah.
thugging in the internet, and then when you see each other, hey man, you want to have a beer? What happened to
Yeah.
it? Come with that same energy you had when
Yeah,
you was
yeah.
under, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We say that, but somebody ran them hands as a dog show or something. I heard on the internet or whatever this weekend. They got everywhere. So, yeah, they're out
man.
there.
I don't know. I hope we can do this again. You know, get on the road and have more people and
Yeah.
and talk and share more knowledge. Help people. That's all we need to do, man. Help people.
Yeah.
I don't hate on anybody that is breeding and doing whatever it is. What bothers me is when they come in, they don't even have their feet wet and they're over there talking all that stuff, man. Pounding their chest like, I'm the top dog, I'm this, I'm that. Hey man, like calm down, man. Pump your brakes, do your stuff and everything like that. He's been in it for a minute now, and he's still like to this day. He's like, hey,
I'd rather go out and breed the dogs.
yeah,
I'd rather just be in my kennel, do my thing.
Yeah. I tell my coworkers all the time. I said, I'd rather be home picking up dog poop than dealing with this right now.
Yeah. I go to the kennels and I'm over there cleaning that stuff and talking. I be talking to the dogs sometimes. They're like, man, blah, this and that. That's my. I don't know. It just takes me to a different space.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's better to deal with them than to deal with humans.
I got one more question for you guys before we go. We got a few minutes. Give me a Mount Rushmore. Give me 4 dogs, 3-4 dogs. Don't have to be yours. Might be yours, might not. That's your favorite dogs.
Favorite dogs? I'm gonna say Velocity Tonka.
Hang on. I gotta write these names down. Tonka.
Yep. Velocity Tonka. Everybody that's seen that dog, and I've never saw him in person, but the picture of him, beautiful dog.
Okay.
Massive, impressive dog. Velocity Tonka. Buffalo Creek Geronimo. Yep. I think it was Buffalo Creek and Hillbilly. I don't know. A lot of people claiming that dog. There was a whole bunch of stuff. That dog was impressive.
Okay. 2 more.
Oh man, it's hard. Dirty, of course. Blue River Dirty, Jamie Sweet. Oh man. I mean, what?
Come on, Poozle, give me one.
What got me into the breed was the freaking gargle blood and all that stuff. But a lot of people say that not Bull Force, but Gargle's Omen was a small dog. He looked bigger in pictures and whatnot, so he looked nice. He was very athletic and very gamey dog and everything like that. And a lot of people at that time wanted Black Omen, but I think Gargle's either Gollum or Gargle's Gollum. He was a chocolate, And there's more, believe me, there's more, but you just gave me those 4, and I'm gonna say those 4 are my top favorite. I know Carlos Wood had a couple of them that were nice, and Bull Force had a couple of them. I've seen dogs overseas as well too, and I put my hands on some of them. Some of them are kind of iffy, and some of them are, impressive, and they weren't promoted as much. Bull Force Gomez was a beautiful dog, very impressive dog. Chocolate Pride. Massive dog, man. And his head was humongous. He was a nice looking dog.
Yeah, Bull Force Gomez, like Gomez Adams?
Yeah, Gomez. Gomez.
Yeah. All right, what about you, Big Poppy? Come on, give me some dogs.
Man, you got Scarface, full force Scarface. He was nice.
Ooh, come on.
Dirty. He was impressive as hell. I'll have to pick one of his. I'm gonna do it. MBK Kadir.
Ooh,
He was
Say
a
it again?
right boy. Kadir. MBK.
Okay.
Hater, like,
Hater.
yeah. It was
He was
pronounced
at the
Kadir,
time,
yeah.
in my opinion, at the time, he was a lilac male. There were many lilac at that time. He was ahead of the game. His structure was,
Okay.
and for
All right.
recent years,
I'm gonna send you a picture of him.
All right. If you send it to me, I can put it up.
there was that Bull Force calendar too, right?
Oh, calendar, that's
Bull
Bull
Force calendar. I think it was
No, he go for Sirens son.
yeah.
Bull Force calendar, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Carrera Steady.
Yeah.
That's a nice dog as well too. So a couple of them out there that were.
But one of my favorites from like this recent years, man, that boy Concrete.
Oh yeah.
He looks. I hope he brings him out to the beach. I want to see him.
He is. I haven't seen him. But we got concrete puppies on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to the beach to, you know what I mean, put my hands on
I
him.
sent you a picture of Kadir message.
Okay.
That he was a puppy right there. He wasn't even fully developed. I lost him at a short age, but I'm lucky that freaking I produced the crap out of him because everything he touched, man, he turned into gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like a year old in that picture, and he was already.
I'm trying to see if that picture's on your Facebook real quick.
It probably is. You have to go to. I got so many pictures of dogs, man.
No worries. I can get it up in a hurry. Anyways.
I think there's a whole album of him in there.
There we go. Got the drop. It takes me just a second.
You good. While you're there, I mean, another thing that people should consider, and know. Oh yeah, there he is. That's my boy.
Mm-hmm. He's nice.
Man, I'm telling you, that rear, you see him, you can see from the back. You see how that ham hop just.
You see it from the front.
Yeah.
That's what Most Def said. He said it's so fat you can see it from the front.
He got that deep chest. The shoulder comes out. The only thing I would change on that boy, or not change, or add to it, right, is a little bit more hair. If he had, imagine that boy with a head like concrete or something like that, man. Oh my God, that's all I would do. But he was a hell of a producer, man. I took him out to the show and he got overexcited. It was in Texas and overheated and
oh man,
tried to bring it back and do whatever I could, but I was by myself and I lost him, man.
That's rough.
Yep.
Yeah, that's rough,
It was
man.
a rough day. But he
got riled up, huh?
Yep. He left his print out there.
Yeah.
I got a grandson of him right now. I'm going to take him out to Milano.
Yeah, we'll be taking him to the beach. And also one of his offsprings too, MBK Machete.
Yeah, Machete, yeah. Machete is off of him. That whole litter. Machete he has some of that cornstarch in there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Cornstarch in there.
Man, I can't wait to the beast, bro. I can't wait to put hands on these dogs.
Yeah,
Even
man. And I
my aunt.
want to take this time to say, man, thank you. I really appreciate you having me here. It's been an honor. I've never done anything like this before, you know, and I hope we can continue to keep doing this. And I want to shout out to all my peers, you know, Tony Clay. And when I say peers, man, I mean it by the utmost respect. Right. Tony Clay, Gina, Chris. There's a whole lot of them out there that I consider, you know, I've never dealt with Rita, never met him. Well, I did meet him at the Beast, but again, you know, people are busy and everything like that. I don't want to be all weird about it and be like, hey, so and so. But I hope next time, you know, we can sit down and talk more, and I can pick his brain a little bit as well too. So, Jamie Sweet, I don't consider her my peer. She's way above that. She's my mentor, pretty much. She don't even know it.
Yeah.
Megan Moore, Richard Moore, and Tina Torres. She's been out there a couple of times as well too. In the game, she's been for a minute. Who else to say? There's a whole bunch of people out here, man. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm just putting out the people that I know that we've been there for a minute. Man. Yeah. And I appreciate what you're doing, man. Keep it coming. Keep you know, showing us, you know, the way, and put that platform out there for us to continue to do this, man. And show them how beautiful this breed is.
Can't stop, won't stop. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on, your time. Both of you guys. Appreciate the time you put in the breed.
It's the future right here.
There you go. There you go. There you go. I said we'll do it again. Maybe when we get these Canadians, maybe we'll get some Baja Canadians.
Hell
yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you too, man.
And we'll do it again.
All right, man. Take care.
Take care.
All right. Be easy.